the DCU is right around the corner from starting with Creature Commandos, but that made me wonder, what DC characters should get movies? Well, that's what the video's about! So I'm not gonna go over stuff like Batman Brave and the Bold, Supergirl, or Teen Titans because I'm gonna cover people that should be in DC movies that haven't been announced yet. And the first character is Nightwing! Hey, I might be a little biased, but I mean, come on, James Gunn seems like a Nightwing guy, don't you agree? Now, if they do make a Nightwing movie, I think that it should be a prequel, since you could show how Dick Grayson became Nightwing. Now, I also think that they should put Superman in his earlier years in the Nightwing movie so we could see more about his past, and he's really close to Nightwing. And James Gunn seems to base a lot of his movies off different comics, like Supergirl's gonna be based off Woman of Tomorrow, and Superman is gonna be based off of All-Star Superman. Now, there's a lot of Nightwing comics you could base it off, like the Tom Taylor run, but what I think that they should base it off is Nightwing Year 1, since, I mean, it's his Year 1. Nightwing Year 1 is just a beautiful story talking about Nightwing's earlier years, and that's just what I love about it. Now, for the villain of the movie, a lot of people would probably say Deathstroke, but I think that he should just be a side villain, and then he'll be the main villain in a Titans movie. And plus, we know that we're getting a Deathstroke and Bane team-up movie, which I don't really know how I feel about it. It sounds like he's just gonna be a Batman villain. Yeah, so I think that Deathstroke should just be a side villain, and I think that the main villain should be Blockbuster. Wait, no, not that Blockbuster. If you don't know who Blockbuster is, he's basically a mob boss for Bloodhaven, and he runs a bunch of casinos and stuff, and makes people like him. We also could get some flashbacks when Dick Grayson was Robin. I'm fine if there isn't that, but I mean, it would be actually pretty cool if we got that. For the design of Dick Grayson, just have it be his Tom Taylor outfit. I'm not the biggest fan of the mullet. I know, that's a hot take, but yeah, that's what I want it to be. So that pretty much sums up all of Nightwing, but the next character I want to see is another Robin, which is Tim Drake. Tim Drake is my second favorite Robin, and it sucks how little we get of him. He's pretty much the middle child because he didn't come back to life, he wasn't the first, and he wasn't the last. Also, please, WB, do not make Tim Drake Robin. Yum. Now, the villain was very hard to think for Tim, but I decided to go with Clayface just because I like that one episode in the New Batman Adventures where Tim Drake fought Clayface. For a Tim Drake movie, I'd actually love for it to just be an opening to the Bat family. Like, you could see people like the Signal, Batwing, Batgirl, people like that. Also, don't move Tim to a different city. Leave him in Gotham. It's fine if Batman's already there. Just keep him in there. Now, the next character is a fan favorite of mine, which is The Question. No, not like an actual question, it's The Question. So if you don't know who The Question is, that's The Question. He's basically a guy with no face, and he solves conspiracy theories, and he lives in a city that's worse than Gotham. What? I just love The Question so much because he just solves like a bunch of conspiracy theories. Like, if you thought that flat earthers were weird, check out this guy. Now, as soon as I thought of a Question movie, I know who exactly I wanted the villain to be, which is Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a guy who uses the figurative language of onomatopoeia to use to his advantage, like the 1966 Batman show, kind of like that. So when he lays down punches, it's like boom, pow, bang, stuff like that, and I think that is just an awesome ability. So the next person I want to talk about is Mr. Goatee himself. It's Green Arrow. Green Arrow is such an interesting character, and it sucks how little we get of him. I mean, come on, dude literally hates the rich. Yeah, comics are political. Also, Green Arrow has such a good supporting cast. Don't overlook them. There's Black Canary, Speedy, a bunch of other people that are awesome. And don't make this a Batman movie. Make it a little lighthearted. Don't be like the CW, where Green Arrow is just Batman. Like, earlier in the comics, when Green Arrow first originated, he was basically Batman. I mean, he literally had the Arrow Cave. Now he's his own character. And now for the villain, I do not think it should be Merlin. He's just kind of a boring character to me. I think it should be Count Vertigo. What I love about Count Vertigo is he's basically the opposite of Green Arrow, and I honestly think that's awesome. Now, for the final movie, I'm talking about The Flash, but not like Barry Allen or Jay Garrick. No, I'm talking about a Wally West Flash movie. I just think that Wally is the best Flash, and I mean, it does suck that because of that we won't have Reverse Flash, but I think it's worth it. And because of that, I'm going to have Zoom be the main villain, which is basically Wally's version of Reverse Flash. I also want to see the rogues in this movie. They're so cool. For the story of the movie, I think that it would be awesome if we say that Barry Allen has disappeared and that could resolve later in the universe. I mean, we could even see people like Jay Garrick. That would be absolutely amazing to see people like that. Also, I might be a little biased, but I want Nightwing in the movie, and let me tell you why. They're one of my favorite duos in comics. They're so good. I mean, come on. They're literally two of the founding members of the Titans. They're awesome together. And the Flash world is so big, so in future movies, you can introduce people like Godspeed, Gorilla Grodd, Savitar, and others. And in the final movie, you can have Reverse Flash because that would be when Barry Allen would return. So yeah, that's pretty much the reason why I think that Wally West should be the main Flash of the DCU. Sure, I want Barry Allen in the final movie, but that's just the final movie. And you can have other characters go into these movies to just make the world feel more connected. So that pretty much sums up the video. If you want to support me, like and subscribe, hit the bell, and I also have a Letterboxd account where basically I review movies, so if you want to see that, follow me on there. So I hope you like this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out!